I'm Joe.
And I'm Ben.
And we're the Bourbon Boys. Let's pour a glass.
Welcome back. This is Bourbon Boys. We got something awesome today.
Well, we're going to sample it and find out. I have a notion it might be awesome.
Might be pretty good. So yeah, we got the Willett Family Estate Rye 4-year.
I will say this: the Willett Family Estate Bourbon, which we would love to do on the show here for you. We have got to sample it before. Yeah, that's right.
It's really good.
Those are all single barrels, so you never know. But his name is not coming to me right now. But the guy that runs that down there does a great job of picking just fantastic barrels.
Yep.
So I took my son, and Ben came with me to drop him off at Fort Knox for some military stuff. And so we decided, Ben came with me because we hit a couple distilleries and went on some tours, and one of them we went on was Willett. Had a great time.
Awesome.
It was really nice.
Neat place.
And while we were waiting for our tour, we bellied up to the bar, and we got a sample, right,
Yes,
of
we
like,
did.
what, four?
Yep.
We got a flight of four different ones, and one of them was this rye, this Willett straight rye whiskey. We're going to pour it as we're talking about it.
Yes.
But I've been drinking whiskey a long time, and I can't say that I hate ryes, but they are certainly not my favorite. And most of the ryes that I've had, I've not been a huge fan of. Some of them are better than others. But I had this, and I have suddenly become a fan of rye.
This has
whiskey.
opened our eyes.
It smells so nice. It's like got the deep, dark fruits, like dried fruits, like plums, dried plums, apricots, or whatever, like the dried fruit that.
The cherries.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
A little bit of that
Yeah.
that rye spice.
This is fantastic.
So good.
I'm going to tell you, this one here is 108 proof, 108.8. Now they vary.
Yes.
They do them in very small. These aren't single barrels, but they're small batch. This is not the same batch. We've been through some different batches, and I think this is the third different batch that.
Yeah, I think that's right, because we had one on the tour
Right.
that was different than the one we had in the flight and this one.
Right. So this is the third different one,
Yeah.
and every one of them has been
Awesome.
fantastic.
Yep.
So really enjoying this. I guess I don't even want to add ice to it.
I know,
'cause
it
it's
tastes
so good.
Don't want to waste.
Yeah, I tell you. So the ryes, and I think what turned me off of ryes, and I kind of knew this, but so rye whiskey, much like bourbon, to be bourbon has to be 51% corn.
Yep.
Now the issue is ryes have become, I won't say more popular, bourbon has become more popular. More people are exploring ryes. More of the distilleries are doing their ryes. But for a long time, and I've been drinking whiskey for over 30 years. I don't know what I am. Some couple years more than 30 years.
There you go.
And back in the day, so MPG has a 95% rye mash bill that they do, and a lot of ryes out there are based on that 95% rye mash bill. A lot of them. So when you get one, no matter what the name brand is, whatever the brand is, there's a fair chance, at least 15, 20 years ago, that came from MPG, or at the time it was Indiana
Distilling or
something like that. But as more of them have done this, so I don't know what the mash bill is because they don't really disclose their mash bills at Willett. But to be a rye whiskey, it just has to be 51%.
Right.
So I'm used to the ryes. A lot of them that I've sampled, a lot of them that I've tasted, have a very high rye mash bill, that 90 plus 95%. and the spice is just
super spicy,
and it just doesn't really hit me that well. But when you start lowering that a little bit, wow, it lets a lot of these dark fruit flavors come through that I really like. I'm really digging on it. And since I tried this one, probably about 4 or 5 months ago.
Yep.
How many have we come across now? Of course, we've been sampling more of them too.
So yeah, we've been, like I said, this has opened the door
Right.
to the rye world, and
to see what a rye can be.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. There's several that we have tried.
Yeah, there's a handful that I've probably found 4 or 5 ryes that I really like in the last few months. This one really made me more open to trying more of the ryes. And I really, now not all of them.
Yep.
Not all of them. And we're going to have some more on the show. There's another one that I really like. And I'd like to do, this one here so far has probably been my favorite, but there's another one that's very, very close to it. And I don't know. I go back and forth between. But we're going to finish this off, and we're not going to add ice to it, even though, because we have added ice to this before. But this is fantastic. We want to enjoy this the way it is. So we'll be back in a while.
That's right.
All right. Well, welcome back. As you can see,
so easy.
So easy.
So
and
easy.
Big smiles on our faces, right? Man, I enjoyed that. And it's been a while, right?
Yeah.
So this one here is not one that you want to shoot, right?
Absolutely.
You're not doing shots of this. You're not knocking back 3 or 4 glasses of this one after the other. This is one you want to sit and savor. The flavors that come through, it's a flavor bomb. It just, and we were trying to break down a little bit more. I know it's not what we normally do, is try to break down the flavors in it, but we were trying to a little bit there while we're finishing this off. But it's really just like deep, rich, dried fruits. I mean, you stick your nose, you smell the nose of it, and the flavor follows right along with the nose.
Yeah.
It's
maybe
fantastic.
one of the first bourbons where the nose and the taste are like
just in sync.
Yeah.
And I think that's what adds to the enjoyment of it, because you get the nose as you're drinking
you're
it.
expecting something and you
bam,
get
it's
exactly
right there.
Exactly what you're expecting.
So like I said, this is 108 proof, yet it is silky. Silky. There's no bite to it. There's no burn to it.
Nothing.
You get it. Where you really know it's a higher proof is from the finish, the long, nice finish that comes with it. You get the spice on the front right when you sip it, followed immediately by that nice fruit-forward, just deep, sweet, dark fruits, and then the finish comes in with a nice blend of the fruits and the spice together. It is fantastic. It's one of my favorite whiskeys that I've been drinking. So to rate this one, we didn't even get to talk about the price. This is $70 a bottle. Now I don't know nationwide how available it is. It rarely shows up in Ohio.
Yeah,
it's like, I don't know if it's allocated in Ohio, but I've seen it once or twice.
A lot of Willett stuff.
A lot of the Willett products don't show up in Ohio on a regular basis. They're kind of rare. But we live in the Cincinnati area. Go Bearcats. I know I'm wearing an Ohio State shirt here, but go Buckeyes too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sure.
But if you go right across the river, this is, I won't say it's always available, but it's frequently available in the Kentucky region.
If it's not in that first store, it'll probably be in the second.
Right. You can find it, or if you don't see it that trip, another trip, go next week and you'll be able to find it. Not everywhere. And it's about $70 a bottle. So it's not what I would call a bargain whiskey. But that being said, this drinks better than $200 bottles of bourbon that we've had.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and a lot of $100 plus bourbons that we've had, and again, aren't bad, but are disappointing.
So disappointing for the price.
So $70. So all that being said, I would rate this on taste probably a 4.5. One of my favorites. I give it a 4.5 because I've had the Family Estate bourbon, and I've had a couple other ones that are so good. And I little room to go up, but this is a 4.5. One of the best ones that I've tasted, and one of my favorite ones. And for value, even though it's $70, you are definitely. I'd give it a 4.5 on the value. If this was under $50, I would give it a 5. mean, when you.
Oh yeah.
But it's oversized, so it's not exactly cheap. It's not expensive, but you are definitely getting
Getting your money's worth.
out of this, in my opinion.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, I want to give this a 5 so bad, but like you said, we want to have room to grow, so I'm going to go with actually like a 4.75, just to get as close as I can to that 5.
I'm gonna go 4.5.
This is my favorite one right now. Favorite
Okay.
whiskey that we've had, and then that value 4.5. I mean, you're getting so much with this bottle, and it's totally worth it.
Right. It's
Yeah.
when you start spending over $50 for bottles, that you start getting up into $70, $80. You expect it to deliver something special, something
Yes.
extra,
Yes.
and this definitely
That does.
definitely does.
Yes.
I don't know if this is one that you want to give a brand new whiskey
Yeah, there's a
drinker,
lot
somebody
going
into
on.
it, because it's just a lot of flavor coming in, a lot of stuff coming in. But if you're a whiskey drinker and you like it and you are able to get a bottle of this, again, I don't know what the distribution is across the country,
Right.
but in this region, in Kentucky, this is frequently available. I would
Yes.
say readily, but frequently available. And if you have an opportunity, if you're traveling through and you see this, this is a bottle that you should
that
not
up.
pass on.
Yeah. Pick that
In
one
my
up.
opinion, I would pick this one up.
Yep.
This is one I can just say you're gonna be glad you got it.
Heck yeah.
All right.
Love it.
So if you have one that we just can't pass on, man, let us know, because we'd like to put it up with this one.
Yeah.
here, so.
I want to find something better. I'd love to find something better.
That'd be great, right? So thanks for watching. Until next time. Thanks.
See ya.